very up and down practice. One, that wasn't a typical practice. The energy was good, but too many, either offense is making great plays or defense is making great plays. No consistency in between. Need to play more with more consistency in practice. A little more, like I say, a little more physical at times too. But other than that, we did some good things on both sides of the ball, but just not enough consistency today.
Is part of that just kind of adjusting to the first day in pads, do you think?
No. Pads, they're in shells, and pads has nothing to do with that. I mean, I'm not mad about it, just that's not an excuse. I mean, it's just we didn't play with consistency. And I hate to say that because that's one of the first times I've said that in a long time. I don't like saying that, but it's facts. That's what we did.
Is there anything you saw that led to the inconsistency, mental or just?
No, just guys didn't make plays. I mean, they got tired or I don't know what it was. I mean, we'll have to look at the film and see why. They lined up wrong or technique or just too much, like I say, too much of it. And the reasons why you can't always tell while you're out here. Try to see as much as you can. We'll see you off the field. I mean, it's typical. It's 2 a day. That's why we practice.
Yeah, I mean, 1 or 2 of those days over the course of the camp is kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it can't. Well, no, I don't ever expect them. You should never expect them. If you expect them, you're allowing them to happen. I don't ever expect them, but we got to deal with them. Anybody else?
What's going on with Travis Rudolph?
We had a day off with his foot. Yesterday we had a plan. Today come back. It was just a hair sore, so this was going to be a plan all the way through camp because he's coming off that surgery. He's going to get 2 or 3 days of work. He'll get a day off, and we'll work it through as his strength builds back in. There's still a hair sore today. When you're inside, it's harder on the feet because on this field turf you got a lot of give, and those soft bones in your foot. So we elected to hold him out because we were inside all day. But it's nothing that we weren't expecting or knew what was going to happen.
Coach, you have a big day on Sunday with all the
fan
fans.
Day.
Tell us about that.
Well, we're excited about it. Let the guys see how much people really appreciate them and the impact they have on a lot of folks. But, we got to give back to them. We got a great fan base, and we'll have a practice out there in the stadium. Hopefully, if the rain will, I don't know if the rain is supposed to, what the weather's supposed to be. If not, we'll come in here, get as many of them in here as we possibly can. But let the fans see the players and have a good workout for them. But I love Fan Day. I think it's a great time to experience and see all the little kids and see their faces when they get to see the players and the coaches and all that stuff. I think it's very special.
Coach, it seemed like Kevin Hapley wasn't out here the last.
He got a concussion.
Oh.
He had a concussion early, so he's having to sit a couple days.
Mario Pinner wasn't out here today.
He's having a baby. He just had a baby. Everything is okay. He'll be back tomorrow. He's not having a baby. His girlfriend's having a baby. He'll be fine. He's actually having a great camp. He and all those young backs are having a great camp.
Grades for summer session were posted earlier this week. You come out okay on that?
Yeah, I believe we did. I think we have one guy that may have an eligibility issue, Isaiah Jones. We'll have to judge and see when we come out here. But other than that, we're in great shape. So expected about where we were.
So Isaiah's not out or in?
Well, I've got to get a clarification myself. I want to say I think it is. I got to clarify it. But he'll still be in school.
Jimbo, Greg Reed, the Rams have their first preseason game tonight. How cool is it that kid, after 3 years, is going to be on the football field?
Oh, it's wonderful, and I know he's excited. I hope he's getting the rust off. I mean, I've texted with him a couple times here and there, but till you ever watch, I hope he gets an opportunity. I hope he goes out there and plays. I mean, when he competes, he's one of the best competitors I've ever coached. So, but I'm happy for him that he's getting that chance to get back up there.
At least give him the chance, right?
Exactly right. I mean, and I hope he's healthy enough and ready enough to make those plays. Excuse me.
Coach, how's Jameis looking?
Okay. I think he's been solid. I mean, I really don't think he hadn't been poor at all, but I think here's still he can be a little more consistent on some things, but I think he's getting used to some new folks around him, you know what I'm saying? But we're working on some other things and different things we're doing in the offense too. So we're expanding our roles and doing some different things that we're doing. But I've been very pleased with his practice, but I think he'll even step it up.
What about fundamentally? You talked, footwork, mechanics.
Getting better. That's a process. I mean, that's a process as you go through everything. But so far, it's been pretty good.
How do you like those? You guys have been rotating those 2 linebackers with EJ and Reggie. How do you like that?
Okay, the linebackers got to be more consistent. They've been solid, but I think they need to play a little more urgency at times, and a little more consistency. That's one of the groups that I think we need to get after a little bit. And I'm not disappointed at all. I mean, but I just they need to play just a little better, in my opinion.
Is Pugh getting most of his work at defensive end?
Yeah, Pugh's gonna be. He's playing outside back.
How's he look?
Look good. At times he's doing some good things. He's a big, long, athletic guy. Can rush a passer, plays the run. I mean, he got a chance to be a really, really good player.
It's like moving Jalen Ramsey around like you kind of thought you would.
Moving them all. I mean, not just him. We're moving all those guys. We're cross training those guys everywhere inside. So to create matchups and some things we're doing. So it's been good that way.
Is he a guy that can return kicks too?
Nah, he can, but we got some other guys that will get that kick. We can get that return game with.
With Pugh and I think some of the other defensive ends you guys are bringing in, which are just like Lorenzo and Rick Leonard, those big guys. What is that length and size that they bring, just as the height that they bring?
Well, I mean vision. I mean getting off blocks. It's hard to move guys. Even when they get blocked, they can reach over you. Or when they're getting blocked on a pass rush, get a hand up and either deflect the ball or just make you have a sight vision problem and where you're going. That's what people understand about quarterbacks. They say, well, that guy's open. You stand back and all of a sudden line of scrimmage you get a couple 6'6" guys, even though they're getting blocked. Those hands are in the passing lanes and make you throw the ball high or around them. You know what I mean? That length can really matter, and those young guys are doing a good job of trying to use their size.
How did the freshman defensive tackles look today?
Pretty good. What I saw, I mean, again, I was with the offense most of the day, so I'll watch the film. But those young guys have been playing really well. They're going to be good players. Have a chance to do a big, interesting battle how they compete with those guys coming for the rest of this game.
What size was Desmond Holland like when he got here?
That's a good question. I want to say he's more 265, 270. I want to say somewhere in that realm.
His weight looks natural.
Yeah, it does. I mean, he's put it on gradually and done a nice job.
What does he? I mean, where does he fit in?
Oh, Desmond's playing. He's up in that rotation, that first group and second group. He'll be in that rotation right now, doing some nice things.
Is he a guy that kind of has the same versatility that like Jacoby had last year? He could go, Jacoby could bounce outside if he needed to and rush a pass.
He can some. He's played inside and outside. He's done both.
Even as a JUCO guy, is he a guy that you see make some strides between year one and year
No,
two?
no, because just knowledge of not just the defense, but how we do things around here. You know what I mean? The consistency, that how where he's going to class, feeling comfortable in what he's doing. I mean, it's just like, I hate to say it, you're a JUCO guy, but still kind of like a freshman in a lot of ways too. You know what I'm saying? But he did some nice things last year, and I think he'll help us a lot this year.
You guys know what you're capable of now that you're killing bats with your bare hands?
No, I didn't kill bats. Those bats are scary. That's something I had to do.
What were you holding in your hand when you?
Just a tee.